Hello and welcome to Outsidexbox. You're watching Show of the Week. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike. This week I received the first batch of footage from the new paranormal reality show I bankrolled for Outsidexbox.
Oh wait, is this the one where your crew goes and investigates haunted houses? How do they get on?
Don't know, let's watch the tape.
We do a walkthrough of the inside first, then we shoot the intro.
Maybe we should stick to Show of the Week.
Okay, so that didn't work. How about this? A small camera crew, handpicked by me, sees how close they can get to an active volcano before bursting into flames.
Sure. It's weird, the house on that videotape really reminded me of somewhere.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Don't tell me, it'll come to me.
You thought you'd just slip out before dinner was done?
Oh, that's right, it looks exactly like the house from Resident Evil 7, the latest game in the long-running horror series. Resident Evil 7 swaps the third-person camera for a first-person perspective and drops you into a dilapidated farmhouse in Louisiana to search for your character's missing wife, Mia. If you're a fan of Resident Evil, the chances are you've already given the game's beginning hour demo a go, since it's available now on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Store and has been downloaded millions of times. This demo gives you a pretty good idea of what to expect from the full game, that is to say hideous monsters, clues hidden on unsettling VHS tapes, weird dummy fingers, and this jerk ruining your life at every opportunity. The full game promises more of this panicky, claustrophobic horror, and the first-person view really works to make the danger seem more immediate than in the previous games in the series.
I told you to stay out of here!
On top of that is the fact that your character, Ethan Winters, isn't a STARS member or super cop like the characters we played in the series before. Ethan's fear and confusion seem very real, and you'll spend more of your time hiding than blasting enemies, because resources are scarce and the enemies are, well, look at them. I'd be hiding, wouldn't you? For those fans worried that the new view means that this is more Outlast than Resident Evil, don't worry. What we've seen of Resident Evil 7 so far includes herbs, a typewriter-style save system, the classic inventory space dilemmas, and, of course, ludicrously complicated locks that no sensible person would install in their home. Resident Evil 7 is out worldwide on the 24th of January, so there isn't long to wait until we can see if they've managed to successfully reclaim Resident Evil's survival horror crown. Just maybe wait somewhere with lots of exits so you don't get cornered.
The house is full of eerie noises and shadowy figures and weird black mould everywhere.
Yeah, but so is this studio.
Sure, but I mean this place is fine.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, Andy. I know what kind of signs you have to look out for in a place like this. I'm like 95% sure we're okay in here. 90%, 85%.
So you've got yourself a new home and it's a bit of a fixer-upper. Maybe you got a good deal from your landlord because of some suspicious stains on the walls or because of the inexplicable noises it makes in the middle of the night. But don't worry, you should be fine so long as your new home doesn't show any of the following 5 signs. In a normal, non-haunted house, the corridors should obey the laws of physics, geography, and ideally, time and space. What they shouldn't do is endlessly loop so that exiting a corridor at the far end brings you right back to the start to repeat the whole process all over again, as in the house from Hideo Kojima's PT. For one thing, it's incredibly creepy. For another thing, how are you supposed to reach the other rooms in the house? What if I want to get to the kitchen to get a snack out of the fridge, PT house? This is not a solution I am happy with. Massive holes inexplicably appearing in your walls are already a red flag telling you to move out of your home or get a plasterer in, but when said holes are portals to otherworldly hell dimensions, that's when you shouldn't even bother to pack first.
What the hell?
That's the situation that Henry Townsend, hero of Silent Hill 4 The Room, finds himself in, although he doesn't even have the luxury of escaping, thanks to the fact that someone has chained his front door shut from the inside. So I guess the only way out is through one of these holes, although if you are thinking of selling up, and all this counts as part of the apartment, all this extra space is really going to up the resale value.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave?
Noisy neighbours are always annoying, but it's even worse when the constant loud sounds are coming from inside your own house, and also when they are a Daedric prince commanding you to kill.
Weak. He's weak. You're strong. Crush him.
As much as you might think you can just ignore Molag Bal, Daedric Prince of Domination, it turns out he is pretty insistent.
Crush his bones. Tear at his flesh.
So unless you want to start murdering people, or, I don't know, buy some good earplugs, this is a clear warning sign that you should be upping sticks and moving on. Plus, I don't think I could carry on living somewhere after someone describes its basement as the bowels.
Yes, further. Into the bowels.
Ew. Now, call me someone with impossibly high standards, but when I enter rooms in my house, I don't expect to be greeted with terrifying hallucinations of people gruesomely offing themselves near my piano.
The darkness is coming.
I know it's a competitive market and you should expect compromises when flat hunting, but really, this is the point when you should be considering downsizing to somewhere without a piano room, but also without sanity-draining nightmare visions every time you wander into the next room. Having some art on the walls can really brighten up a place, but we were more thinking of having paintings in frames on the walls, not terrifying sinister drawings scratched directly onto the walls by someone out of their mind with fear, such as those seen in the house in Slender the Arrival. If anything like these start showing up in your home, you're going to want to get out of that place immediately, although maybe have a better escape route planned than run directly into the spooky woods. Just a hunch.
Now it's time to see what's written in the comments and on this dummy finger we found while exploring the old studio last night.
That's an actual finger.
Oh. Okay, we're good.
First up this week, your comments on last week's show about Mass Effect Andromeda and the video game twins definitely not qualified to lead humanity to a new galaxy.
Melina and Kitana aren't technically twins, since Melina is a clone of Kitana created by Shao Kahn out of dark sorcery and Bacta tanks. But since even they refer to each other as sisters, we're going to as well.
Some other notable video game twins for your consideration from our commenters, such as this from Skylar S, who says, no mention of the Lutece twins. If their transdimensional status wasn't already a disqualifier, I'm sure an alien ambassador would be driven mad by their incessantly polite bickering. I'm sure the ambassadors would find bickering in a British accent to be charming.
No, they wouldn't.
But they would.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want, it doesn't make it so.
Or does it? The longer this disagreement goes on, the less agreeable it becomes.
True.
And thus my point is proven.
Yeah, you're right, this is annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Let's move on to this from Andrea E, who says, where are the Fry twins from Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Though it's possible they could make good Pathfinders with their stealth and killing abilities, I'm not sure how good their diplomatic skills would be.
Oh, come on! Jacob is great at diplomacy.
What a prick.
I mean, Evie's a bit better.
The key to the walls is one must lead with one's right foot.
Oh, my! Everything all right, my dear?
Do you require assistance? I never liked balls.
Alright, fine, let's call the whole thing off.
Especially, as Nicola Cross points out, escape the probable devastation of the entire Milky Way galaxy by moving to Andromeda, which is on a collision course for the Milky Way. In a mere 2 billion years, you end up right back where you started. Genius.
Hey, yeah, 2 billion years? You may as well not bother.
Let's move on while we still have time to this video of us playing kooky sci-fi action puzzler Headlander.
Who's got the laser now, Jerk?
He just punches, I can't dance.
What? He's got a laser though, right? That's fine.
She looks terrified. Stop shooting the civilians!
Hostages.
Oh, okay. Fine.
An interesting difference in perspective there, as noticed by commenter Frost, who says, this video says a lot about Jane. To Mike, they're civilians, whereas to Jane, if they're scared of you, they're automatically hostages.
Civilian, hostage, potato, potato.
I don't think I can...
I think you have to backtrack.
Yeah, probably.
Things off.
Jane. Jane, please. Commenter Karate Joe, meanwhile, isn't impressed with all the innuendo, saying, "Wow, get your heads out of the gutter, guys."
We would, but we're not very good at controlling it.
Oh no, but it's okay, I'm ahead and I can go on to this guy.
That's good, actually.
You can't be killed.
Unless you get headshotted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Commenter Scruffy sums it up nicely, saying, "You were progressing so handily at first, and then the game seemed to become more difficult. Maybe you should have quit while you were doing so well."
Finally this week, your comments on this video about the times you thought you were helping, but actually ended up dooming everyone.
Take me, for example. I just found this ominous onyx skull in a cursed temple, and I'm definitely not going to stick it in my head. Although...
Don't.
Wasn't gonna. Although...
Alright, hand it over. Give it. Give it.
Commenter Bainbow writes to say, "If Jane jammed the cursed skull into her forehead, she'd probably possess it."
Ha ha ha, as if.
Right.
Yeah, useless thing burned out almost immediately.
Okay.
Some curse that turned out to be.
Impassive stealth hero Stoical Snake, meanwhile, says, "Nothing from The Witcher 2. That game's subtitle is 7 times you thought you were helping but doomed everyone."
Oh hey, yeah! I never noticed that before.
While commenter The Train 3000 asks, "Not Tenpenny Tower in Fallout 3? Surprised not to see that on this list."
To be fair, you thought you were helping the ghouls, and then you did help the ghouls.
To kill everyone in Tenpenny Tower.
Exactly.
Look out! Angry ghoul on the loose!
Alright, even though you assure me that this place isn't haunted, I'm getting the creeps, so I'm going to head back in. I'll catch you later.
Alright, bye. Baby.
Oh.
Oh, is the corridor on an endless loop again?
Yeah, and covered in these sinister drawings?
I'm like 70% sure we're fine.
Right, that's it for the show this week, but press the like button now to receive the golden bird skull, which you can place inside the bird freeze and unlock the bird lock on the mysterious door at the end of the corridor.
Oh, yeah, no, I already did that, and
What was inside?
it was just a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, cool, well at least we can do the carpets now.
That is true. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And if you're around London at the end of March and like indie games and like Outside Xbox, you should come to Res. Details on screen right now. We're doing a meetup on Saturday, the 1st of April. Not on April Fool's, it definitely will be happening. So come along and say hi and play some indie games. All right, lunch.
No, I just got the tape back from my new volcano show. Check it out. I am bad at this.
God.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much more harrowing when you see it from the perspective of the camera crew.
Yeah, it really is. I thought the camera would have melted by now.
No, I know, those things are hardy. You know, I spent a lot of money on the camera crew. Didn't really pay the crew themselves, just the equipment.
Well, or he would have put the camera down, but he's still holding it.